Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Togens Fly Shop, Maui Jim Sunglasses, and Hardy Rods and Reels.
Good day everyone, welcome back to On the Bench. Well, spring is just around the corner, at least I hope so. I have had enough of winter this year. Time to start getting the boxes ready for some stillwater fly fishing. Here in BC, I think a chironomid bloodworm makes up about 80% of a trout's diet, and you don't want to be without them in your arsenal. For many years, my biggest mistake was not fishing enough chironomids, especially bloodworms. So today I'm going to tie for you my Burgundy wine bloodworm. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. The hook is a Togens hook, size 12, curved nymph hook, 2x long. The bead is a Togens bead 7/64 2.8 millimeter, and it's black nickel. For thread, Semperfli classic waxed Claret, using MicroGlint tinsel in red for the tail and the rib. The thorax is gel core body micro Fritz in black by Semperfli. And for resin, I'm using Gulff Thinman. So to begin, I've gone ahead and slid my bead onto the hook with the large end of the bead facing forward. It won't obstruct the eye in any way. Just go ahead and start your thread on the hook. I'm holding my tag end because you want your wraps to butt up against each other, and this helps to do that. Just go about 3/4 of the way back, and I'm just going to give my thread a little spin counterclockwise to flatten it out. I'm just going to keep the butt as skinny as possible. Down to about there. Next, take your MicroGlint, and I'm just going to take a little piece and wrap it around the thread and then bring it on top and tie it down. It's nice and thin so it doesn't leave a big bump when you're tying it down. I'm just going to take a couple wraps underneath it and then one right in between the two strands, because I want to help hold it in a little V, and one more underneath. That should do it. That. I'm going to give my thread another spin. The classic wax flattens out really nice for building the chironomid body. Take it back up. I'm just going to trim my tails. Not very long, just a little hint of a V-tail. Good. I just don't like that one piece that's hanging off there. There we go. Next, I'm going to take another piece of MicroGlint. I really like using this stuff as ribbing material. It's nice and thin, sparkly, and it's very strong. Stronger than small wire. Just wrap that in, and I'm just going to run it along the top, keeping it nice and even. All the way down to the butt. And then right back up again. Nice touching turns. Now I'm just going to build a slight taper to my bloodworm, although you don't really have to. Sometimes they're just all the same size along, but I like to have a little small one in there. As I was saying in the intro, if you haven't started fishing bloodworms, like one of my biggest mistakes in fly fishing was I just didn't fish the bloodworm often enough before. And now I fish it like pretty much every time I go stillwater fly fishing. I try it at least once. It's very effective. You just want to make sure you get it right down in the bottom of the lake where they like to hang out in the last couple of feet. I'm just going to use the rotary feature of my vise to make a little red butt at the end here. Just tiny, and then I'm going to work my rib up the body in nice even spaces. Ideally you want about 7 or 8 wraps for a chironomid. Just going to move this out of the way. I don't like how that last rib went on there. I'm just going to move it, reposition it. And tie that off. Next, take your micro Fritz. Comes in all different colors. It's a new product out for Semperfli. I was using, I had a piece here, but I think I misplaced it. A piece of black peacock herl for the collar, for the thorax, but this stuff I found is almost looks exactly the same as the black peacock herl, and it's much stronger. Just gonna go ahead and tie that in, and I'm just going to take a black marker and color my thread black. I'm using one of these Artist Loft pens that I got at Michael's. And now you just want to wrap a nice collar on there, nice and tight. Maybe about 1.5 wraps. Tie that off. Snip away the excess. And you can go right into the whip finish. Next, I'm just going to take some of the Gulff Thinman resin and a little needle. Just trying to get it on there nice and thin. Just get it to how you like it. You could do 1 coat or 2 coats. I've just been doing 1 so far. It seems pretty good. I just wiped my needle off and I'm just going to go over it one more time. I don't want too much on there. Looks about right. Give it a zap. I'm using the Raid Zap Light. It's really good. It's rechargeable. And that's it, my Burgundy wine bloodworm. So to watch all of our latest episodes, including the new season that's out for members on the website, check out www.sfotf.ca or check your local listings. The new season has started in January of Sport Fishing on the Fly on TV. Thanks for joining me on this edition of On the Bench. Take care, everyone. Conserve the waters and tight lines.